Thundercakes started in March 26th of 2012, so my freshman year, second semester. Honestly, it was a moment of desperation. I had $6.14 in my bank account, but I had been baking for about 10 years now. And it was just something that I really enjoyed doing. I was doing it on a social level, just having people in my room, hanging out, and I would bake them things because I'm very motherly like that. I really didn't have any money, and I was like, okay. And I was working a couple of other jobs, but it was a while before I had another shift. And I just started baking. In under an hour, I had sold everything that I made. I think the first thing I made was bacon chocolate rice crispy treats. So my floor, I lived in BBB last year. We decided we were going to come up with nicknames. My original nickname was Chef, and I was like, that's an occupation. Like, I don't call you teacher. I need you to get over that. So they thought about it some more, and then just kind of out of nowhere, somebody called me the Chocolate Thunder. I guess I said something. And it had nothing to do with weather or thundering or chocolate, but I guess my personality type, because I'm very outlandish and pretty outrageous, and I just say what I feel when it's appropriate. For the most part, it's still somewhat inappropriate. They just felt like the Chocolate Thunder was an appropriate title for me to have, and I just loved it. Like, it stuck with me for a really long time. And then everything that I've done since then has been some kind of thunder something. And at first it was more so like, oh, that's Courtney, she bakes. Now I'm just that thunder girl. So it's interesting to see that change take place. But yeah, so it really just kind of got out there, word of mouth. People were talking about it. I posted on all the Syracuse University Facebook pages, all of them, and I just kept posting it. And the way that I was marketing to people was, it might be like 10 o'clock at night, like, my slice won't let you register for classes. I know you're upset. It's okay. Buy a brownie. And that's how I was talking to people, because those were the situations that I was experiencing, and I think they kind of resonated and related to that. And so they just it kind of followed me for a little bit. People just kept talking about it. They'd seen me on campus, and they were like, "Oh my gosh, you're the brownie girl." And I'm like, "Yeah, that's me." Because at first I was really all I was doing, like, brownies and cookies, because I didn't have the ability to make these cakes in the small facility that I was working with. So just word of mouth. And then after that, the university heard about Thundercakes. Initially, they tried to shut it down. I put it out there, actually, that this was an issue that I was experiencing with the university. And people just came out of nowhere, and they were like, let us help you. Like, if you're looking for legal support, I know exactly who you can contact, all of these things. And I was just like, wow. And it really was an eye-opening thing, because I honestly thought that maybe like 15 people really knew about what it was that I was doing and the passion that I had for it. And then they came out of nowhere with this support system, and I was just really taken aback. And from that point on, Thundercakes has had to keep moving. That was maybe like a month into me starting the business. It might have been like late April. Honestly, just seeing people happy. I'm a happy person. I'm very, like, optimistic, go-getter. That's just how I am. I've always kind of been that way, and I like seeing people smile, and I like seeing people happy. And then, of course, I love to bake. Like, it's just a passion of mine. So doing both of those things simultaneously is awesome, because I think people oftentimes discount the emotional connection that people have to the food that they eat. So, you eat something when you're happy, when you're sad. Just all of these things. There are all of these facets that people don't necessarily pay attention to. I am filled with love. I'm like a piñata. If you bust me open, I am just filled with all this love, and I just want to share it with people. So that's how I do it. And every time I bake something, that's why my motto is with love and butter. One, because I love Paula Deen and I love butter, but two, because I love love. And I just feel like, that's something that needs to be shared with people. It's just not something that people do enough of anymore. Like, when you're marketing, people are doing it for money now. And I saw that, and I didn't like that, and I didn't want to be that. And I'm like, if you need somebody, I am here. And I love you dearly. And I might not know you, but we're going to be friends. And that's just my personality type. I can't turn it off. I don't want to. That's just kind of where I'm at right now. And so seeing people and their stories that they tell about the food, and how they've fallen in love over food, or how they've fallen in love with food, or how it made them feel at home, or feel safe, or feel loved, or whatever it may be, I fell in love with being the person that could do that for them. And so as long as I'm alive, even if nobody ever bought another cake again, I'd probably still bake forever. There's nothing better than having a whole bunch of people in your apartment, and you're feeding them something, the entire room just gets quiet. Just really, really quiet. And in that silence, you hear everything. Absolutely everything. And they're just, like, it's just joy. Like, you can't hear joy, but you can feel it. And that's what I'm getting when I have people here, and they're just, like, eating things, and it's close friends of mine, or whoever it may be.
I love that. I live for that. And that has become a huge part of who I am and my personality. I can't stop it. And I just want to see that happen forever.